Welcome to Zen with Gwen meditation sessions. Hi, I'm Gwendolyn. Let's do a puppy meditation. This is a way of doing a traditional seated meditation or breath-focused meditation. It's a specific tool in which we picture the mind like a puppy and treat it accordingly. So go ahead and get into whatever position you'd like to be in for our seated meditation. This is optional to be actually seated. It is often done sitting on a cushion on the floor. If you are short on time and you have 5 minutes before you run some errands, you can do it on the bus or in a car, obviously not while you're driving, or you can do it lying down or even walking. And let's begin to focus our minds. So for today, let's keep our minds focused on our breath. We may like to picture, like a puppy, our minds have a leash. And like a puppy, our minds like to wander away. And the leash, or in this case, my voice, reminds us to come back to the breath. And let's treat our minds and ourselves the same as we would an adorable little puppy. Rather than yelling at the puppy or losing our minds, we simply guide it back. Oh, come back, little puppy. We could imagine that we're asking the puppy to sit. And every time that we notice that our minds have wandered away, like a little puppy, we say, oh, come back and focus on the breath. And when we notice that we're doing a good job, we can reward ourselves the same way we would reward a puppy, saying to ourselves, good job. Maybe there's some incentive that you would like to give yourself at the end of this meditation session, the same way you would give a puppy a treat. And like a little puppy, it's tough to keep our minds focused. Every few seconds, reminding ourselves, oh, that's right, coming back to the breath. For you, you may be a brand new meditator. This may be a new practice for you, or maybe just a new year. Maybe you have a beginner's mind. Gently bringing our minds back to our breath with the same calm and gentle touch that we would lead a puppy with. To further expand this metaphor, since you've been paying such great attention so far, let's imagine that we take the leash off the puppy. I'm going to leave you in silence for a little while with fewer reminders to come back, because I trust you to not go too far. Self-regulating, bringing your mind back to your breath whenever you remember. There may be distractions in your environment, but I'm here to remind you, come back to the breath. You're doing a great job. You may notice feelings come up, restlessness, boredom, fatigue, and that's okay. That's just part of the natural process. You can always choose to take a break and come back to it when you feel like your mind is focused and ready. Or you can keep trudging along, again, gently reminding yourself, coming back to the breath. And maybe you're finding your puppy is particularly distracted. So the same way that you might try to keep a dog or a puppy occupied in a different room when you have company over or somebody comes to the door, you give it something to keep it busy. You save a special treat or a toy or something it really likes to keep it focused and distracted from all the other things you don't want it paying attention to. So we can use some tools like that for ourselves rather than just letting our minds run free. We can choose another tool as our object of focus. We could just be watching the breath, or maybe we're counting the breath. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3. Exhaling, 3, 2, 1. You may like to choose a word instead of numbers. Inhaling, saying to yourself, yes, and exhaling, saying to yourself, I can. And you may like to picture the puppy of your mind maturing and becoming better at this. And I'll leave you in silence again for a few minutes. But as always, thank you so much for joining me. From my light to yours, namaste.